Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'll be going through the Melbourne versus GWS game, and what a classic it was. Melbourne going down to GWS by 2 points in the end, and they came back from almost the clouds. I thought this game was dead and buried. It probably would have helped if Jesse Hogan decided, you know what, I'm going to get out of the way of the Harvey Thomas shot. I believe it was Harvey Thomas, as he literally prevented an goal for Harvey Thomas, and in the end it was only a 2 point margin, so probably would have helped if he had decided to jump out of the way of that one. So let's just jump into the recap here. Good to see the screens are working. Clayton Oliver 100, and this is what I'm talking about with Clayton Oliver. This is going to be such a decision to go for with regards to Clayton Oliver next year. And it may actually be helped by the fact that he should have opening round, you would expect, maybe with Melbourne. Maybe they don't now that Melbourne's having putrid crowds. There was 16k at this one, at the MCG. So maybe Melbourne don't get the opening round fixture, and that makes it worse for Oliver, because if he gets a full preseason, can he put these out on a regular, a 26, 4 and 5 effort? This is going to be interesting. I don't think he's obviously not fantasy relevant for the rest of the year, but can he turn these out and put up average of sort of 100 or so next year? And that would be a plus 20. Can he do that? So that would be the big question going into the off-season. Trent Rivers had a massive first, and then I think he got tagged. I think the likes of Toby Bedford went on to him, and he got tagged and didn't really do anything after that. So yeah, he only ended up on an 89, and I just don't see it with him comparatively. Then you got Neil Bullen here, 20, 25, 9 and 34 in the last. I don't know what he was doing. So I don't know if he was necessarily in a tagging job. So I'm wondering, does he, because I swear Brisbane play Melbourne soon, or they play someone soon. Does he have a tagging role soon with that, or do they not? Do they not go with Neil Bullen on anyone? Let's just see. Who do Melbourne have soon? Let's see Melbourne's fixtures. They got the Dogs, Power, Suns and Collingwood. So he doesn't have any major tags I'm thinking about. So it's probably just the Toby Bedfords that I'm thinking. Does he get any major matchups? And he does have the Neil matchup. And how well can he mitigate that? Neil Bullen, we talked about. Langdon, Gawn, 79. He really got back into it, but was sort of slow. So I'm not gonna you're not gonna look at this for the rest of the year. We're just gonna see how far can he fall, what's gonna happen with Gawn. But I would suspect next year I'm probably gonna go Cherry and probably TDK, as TDK I think has definitely got some value there on the bone. We just need him to not have opening round, but Carlton are probably a good enough side to get opening round. So there's that. May, Viney, McVee, Lever, Bowie, Pickett, Laurie, Chandler, Petty, McDonald, Melksham, Fritz. None of these guys literally matter at all. And for what started out with Billings being such a good pick in the fourth line, he's turned out to be a stinker. Just too many sub games and everything else impacting him. But yeah, he didn't do anything. And then we quickly move on to GWS, which is all the talk here. Peatling. What are they going to do when Cornelio comes back? Because Peatling, he had an absolute stunner of a game. And he's been ruined by subs. So if he moves on or gets put into a regular role, he's going to be so impactful. He's probably going to lose, I would think, forward status next year, which is going to suck. But yeah, he had 28, 5 and 11. And so yeah, he was really impactful. And I'm considering him just because I can I can have him for one round, and then I can grab like a Rankin or something like that and play off those two in tandem. So I could do that. Whitfield here, a 127. He was absolutely amazing. 23, 38, 24, 42. 25. He had 35 touches, 6 marks, 5 tackles. So he didn't even have a mass mark game. He just made up it with a couple of more tackles than regular. Three or so probably more tackles than what you sort of expect out of Whitfield. And that accounts for like 4 or 5 less marks than what he usually gets in those big games. And yeah, just a wonderful 35 touches and good kick to handball ratio as well, 2.5. That's what we like to see. And yeah, he's just been one of the plays of the year, probably one of the only premiums to survive I guess, being an early round player, an opening round player, and he might be the most expensive player in the comp. I don't want to let me actually just double check that on Fantasy at the moment, because I'm pretty sure he is the most, yeah, he is, at 1.06 million. He's the most expensive. Then you have Rowan Marshall, Errol Goulden, and Tristan Cherry, the fourth most expensive player in the comp. As well as, he is up there in the averages as well, up there in like top 8 or so. But yeah, he's just had an amazing year, and I'm really happy when he doesn't get tagged, because he goes on runs like this. His last sort of 8 performances have been nuts. 123, 120, 108, 160, 106, 132, and a 145, and that 108 was a tag game. So yeah, he's just gone off. Callahan, 121, he's going to be an interesting one next year with what they do to him, as he had 36 touches again, big breakout game. Daniels, 116, Tom Green, a 105 from him. Didn't really get going in a particular quarter, but 26, 28, 25, 26. Had 33, 5 and 1. Would like to see another 3 or 4 tackles there, and that's that 120 type game. But anyway, that is just a Tom Green game of 10. A Tom Green 105 is still a really good performance. Toby Green with a 103. He had 3 goals, 16 touches, 6 marks, 4 tackles. A really decent game from him, and he didn't do anything dumb to give away free kicks. Briggs, 99. Himmelberg, 95. Himmelberg just is sort of that 3rd or 4th string sort of distributor defender, so he's always going to be behind, I would think, Whitfield, and also to a certain extent Callahan, who comes off I think Callahan's off the wing or the halfback area as well, so he sort of gets second fiddle to those guys. And also on most occasions Ash and Perryman will be ahead of him, but they weren't today, or on the Saturday I should say. But yeah, he was pretty good in general as well. Bedford in a tagging role to get an 81 and a goal. 17 touches and a goal is pretty good in the tagging effort. But yeah, he was pretty good. Ward, Ash, Dunn, Hogan, Perryman, Buckley, Thomas as well had that goal taken away from him by his own teammate. McMullen, 51, he kicked a goal as well, 11. They just seem to have a lot of small forwards that just do the role, kick a goal, have 10 touches, etc. And they're one of the teams that does that. I forget who's the other team that generally has that in abundance. I forget who it is, but there's some team up there, not Carlton. I might just be thinking about GWS, because they do have a lot of small guys. Excuse me. Riccardi, O'Halloran, Jones had 12 and no goals. Taylor, Cadman, I don't think really got impactful in the game. He only had an 8-pointer. 3 disposals, 1 mark, and a free kick against. And then Fonte, did he even come on? I don't think he did. So again, 2 unused subs this round. Really weird. But anyway, that pretty much is the video there. I somehow stretched it out to 8 minutes, but that's the video there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the recaps, which I think might include my Swans. Yeah, it does include the Swans, which, yeah, they sucked. They suck at the moment. They have a key defender crisis, key position crisis in general. So anyway, I'll see you guys in that video. Bye, guys.